customers and operators have been instrumental in developing Dyno. Let's hear what a few of them had to say.
Definitely, Dyno 2.0 is faster, streamlined, and more powerful. It's going to really help and boost the way we are working and have been working since now.
Now let's take a look at some of the features in Dyno 2.0 that have been streamlined. To begin with, we're going to talk about metadata. In the highlight screen, you'll notice that I've had some highlights already created here, and I have selected one. That's why it's outlined in blue. And you'll notice that there is two touchscreen buttons down here at the bottom of the screen. If I press this one on this side, it gives me a lot of the highlight information, as well as being able to change the thumbnail in this area and even setting the speed of that clip at a different speed for when it plays back. If we go back out to the highlight screen, you'll notice the metadata touch button. When I go to that, you'll notice that this is the same use where you use the keyword editor that's available for Dyno to create keywords that are imported into the system. This allows you to have categories. In this case, we have an action category, a red team category, and a white team category. So if we go under any one of these, when we select it, it will automatically move on to the next one so that I can put 3 keywords associated with that particular highlight. I can also have the star rating still, where I just pick which stars I want. In this case, we'll give this a 3-star, and the naming of the clip. You can actually use the on-screen keyboard if you want to name a clip. We're going to call this one Fun, and then Enter. And so now I've named that clip, I've given it 3 keywords that are based on categories, and I've put in a 3-star rating for that. Now another nice thing that's been streamlined is that you can set F keys. So now you can use F keys on the keyboard in order to put in keywords as well. You'll notice as I press the F keys, it changes those particular keywords that are in there. So when I want to go back, I just go back out to the highlight screen, and then you'll see that that information from the metadata has been put with that particular highlight. What's great about the metadata is that it's available throughout the system, including to the K2 Dyno Production Assistant.
This is important when you need to find fast clip, crash, rider. You can do it faster now.
Another area that's been updated is that of the configuration menus. Let me show you what that looks like now. As we go into configuration, you'll notice that there is a row of buttons across the top for different categories. So that under the user button, for instance, you can do things like confirm deletes, show session folders in a library, which is important. I'm going to turn that one on. And jogging creates the scenes and timecode display. Under panel, now the fast jog multiplier is set there at the top. And then another area that's really important is knob sensitivity, and that can be set at low, medium, or high. The nice thing about the menu now is that all these changes are dynamic, so that when you change them, it also changes the way that the panel works. So there's screen brightness, button brightness, those kinds of things are also in the panel category. Under the clip category, you can set what the default duration is every time that you make a highlight. That's important, so if you press an in point on a highlight, that highlight will wind up being, in this case, 7 seconds in duration. You set the guard band time, saving all the highlights as angles, for instance, using the recycle bin. And then a key function that's in here is called clip follow mode. This has to do with the playlist, and I'll show you what that means when we talk about the playlist section. There's an effects screen under the menu. This is where you set the flying mix effect duration, as well as what the type of transition is. And then there are room for 5 other transitions that you would use as presets in the playlist. Now another area of improvement is that under what's called networking here. Under networking, you'll see that there is where you include guard bands. This is when you export the highlights out to, say, a USB drive or over to another device. But also what's in here is how you set up the send list. Remember, there's a send button on the Dyno, and when you press this button, it takes whatever clip that you have highlighted and sends it over to this destination that you've set up in the send list screen. So let's take a look at the streamlined home screen that's here. A lot of the functionality has been brought right up to the top of the home screen. Now it's very easy to go into adjust audio levels just by pressing the audio meters. Then you'll see another screen comes up where I can select the channels that I want to adjust, be it input channels or output channels. This is very convenient and makes it a quick operation to set up. As we go back here, there's other things to review in this screen. You can calibrate the T-bar, for instance. You can check and see what the configuration is of the channels by pressing this area here. And this is an important area because it tells you how much time is remaining from a storage standpoint, and in this particular case, the loop record is on. And the version of the software is located in that section as well. If we press that, you'll see that this will indicate what the channel setup is as it's been done on the Summit server itself. It's nice to be able to review this. If we press this section here, this will tell us which sessions are on the system itself, and you can do maintenance in here. You can delete old sessions as well as look up session names. Then a final button on this screen is this one, which is the server list, and we reviewed that at the front end.